Hey guys, Clayton Allen here, host of the Day Trading Plumber and founder of Allen FX. My voice is a little draggy today. I just got back from the dentist, but it's time for this week's midweek review. And what a great week we are having. So guys, if you're new to this channel, every Sunday I go through the 28 currency pairs, the majors and crosses that I trade, and I look for possible swing trades, support and resistance zones that we're seeing in the market that Sunday. Then midweek, I like to check in and look for price, see if it's veered far from its mean for the week. Great setups from Wednesday to Friday. And we also kind of check in to see how our trades are going that we predicted on Sunday. I want to do something a little different this week, so I'm going to switch scenes here. I want to show you guys my MyFX book. This is the Journeyman channel. So I run a signal service where you can copy my discretionary trades. You get these signals in real time. We don't have a lot of people in it yet, but we're growing each week. I do a live event every Thursday night. We review the trades we took, but we're having an amazing week so far this week. And I wanted to show you guys, one, I'm not afraid to give you guys, I'll put this shareable link right here in here so you guys can see it's a real account. This is my real money. I started a really small account balance. So if people are buying my signals, I want them to know I have my own money at risk with what I'm selling them, and here's proof. But you can see we've had some scary moments where drawdown got as high as 3.53% right here. But we're doing really good now, guys. We're up 18%. This is halfway through our fourth week running this channel. So if you guys, I'll put links here in the YouTube video, but if you guys want to get involved, want to start looking at these trades, jump on over to allenfx.com, schedule a call with me, or hit the links and you'll get access. All right, let's jump to the charts. Let's go. All right, let's go top down. Let's see what we got cooking here. All right, let's look at Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Ooh, why are you running slow today? All right, hopefully we're not going to have to deal with that. All right, guys, so you can see price got into our, and this is the hourly chart, guys. These red and green lines are support and resistance lines I plot on the daily. Go to my Sunday setup videos. You'll see how I get those. But you can see, guys, price dipped up into our bearish zone, and it's been a couple good sell opportunities this week. It hasn't quite shot all the way down to this home run level. I'd say that S2 is probably a little more, but probably not going to get there this week. But where price is sitting right now, I think, it's touched the pivot here, has not touched R2. So we may just see price stall out where it's at, kind of go sideways the rest of the week. But I think we have a lot more down tendency. So not a bad place. If it comes all the way back up in here again, I'll probably re-short this pair. But right now, kind of in no man's land. Okay, Australian dollar, Swiss franc, just hugging the pivot. Nothing to report there. Man. All right, Australian dollar, JPY. Thanks, guys. So this was one of our trades of the week for my free Telegram subscribers. If you want access to that, head on over to Allen FX, fill out the form. You'll get free access to my Telegram channel where I do 2 or 3 trades of the week. They're usually long-term call-outs. I try to give people plenty of time to enter. But we had 2 awesome trades this week on this pair. So this was an area we identified. I I was thinking to get to the pivot, so we closed it when it popped back up. Well, price came all the way back up to our bearish zone again, and bam, you just re-enter that again. Two big winning trades on this pair this week. What do I think it's going to do now, guys? Well, let's get these out of the way because they keep bothering me. Oh, man. So I think price is probably going to come up, test that 200 EMA, and then we're going to get a good drop from there. Maybe not this week, but it'd be a decent short if we throw a Fibonacci on this. You know, that 200 EMA is the 382, which you may get a little bit higher pull to fake everyone out, and then it'd be a really good place to sell from right there. All right, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. Man, what a pop up we had today or last night. We did break this trend line. Now, guys, we continue that trend. We got this past R2. Normally I jump all over these trades. When it shoots past R2, I like to trade back to R2. So not a bad, starting to see price cannot break this area. It had that double top right here. Now you almost have a triple top. So it's not a bad play to try to do a short position back to that R2 by end of the week. Let some of that fundamental sauce wear off. And you could, do a pretty tight stop loss on that one. Australian dollar, US dollar. All right. This is a call out for this week. Price showed divergence in our bearish zone. You can see we had an alert here, but let's get rid of you. Go away. Yes, I do. Great sell. Great sell. Back to the pivot. Now it's just kind of hugging that pivot. Then we kind of formed this double top, another drop. If I were to had to trade this right now for the rest of the week, I think you're going to get at least back up to this 200 EMA, and then see what happens from there. Get some of this old stuff out of the way. CAD Swiss franc. So we broke this trend line, went back in. Now we kind of have this make it or break it zone. I'm going to wait to see if we bust down. I like this S2 as a target. If we bounce back off of it, I like the pivot, but we've already pretty much touched the pivot for the week, which I think gives it pretty good permission to kind of fall if that's what it's going to do at this make it or break it support. CAD JPY, another amazing call out trade this week. Get rid of that. Get rid of some of this old jargon here. So we had this double top happen, big sell, great call out this week. Now price is in our make it or break it zone. We probably don't really need that bearish zone so far or bullish zone so far away. So, guys, I'm up over 5% this week. I'm not going to try to get myself into any traps late in the week. So I'm being pretty picky, but price is in my make it or break it zone. So we'll just keep an eye on those levels and see what we end up with. Swiss franc JPY, pretty much the same trade as the CAD JPY. I noticed a lot of strength coming into the JPY yesterday and just really capitalized on it. Now I'm going to say, guys, I closed my trade too early, dang it. Look at this. But am I mad at myself? No. Am I chalking it up like, man, you closed too early, you need to let your trades run longer? No, guys, because when you do that, you start to program in your head something's wrong with your trading, and you need to, next time you're not going to be willing to close your trade for profit, and it could be the time it comes back and kills you. So, Euro AUD, this is the only trade, this is the only pair I'm still stuck in. So, I took a long trade, guys. Let's be honest here. I took a long trade off this double top. Actually, no, it was right here. When price bottomed out on this pivot early last week, I took a long trade. I thought we were going to get a bounce off this pivot and see this huge bearish structure. Well, I thought we were going to get a bounce and a continuation. Did not happen. And look at all this drawdown I dealt with. Now, look at how many opportunities I missed on a rollover trade. But I was focused on other things. Now, this is my only trade I got open. It's not killing me. Here's what I think. It sucks because every time you miss a good opportunity. So, as you can see, price has come back up to its 200 EMA. It's pretty much double topped on its pivot. So, I'm not expecting any big, huge moves out of this. If anything, I'm going to be patient, and I'm already programming myself. I'm going to wait to see what it does at this level, this trend line, before I really get too crazy. So I would like to catch another bounce off that and size it to where maybe halfway back to this original position gets me out of both. But I'm just going to be patient, guys. There's been a lot of, action on this pair. I don't know if I'm going to be patient enough to let it come all the way back here, because then if it breaks through, I'm in a really ugly spot. But patience, guys. I'm going to work at this thing. Euro Swiss franc. So we had a really good call out on this spot. Came down to our bullish support zone. We got that push to the 200 EMA. We didn't quite get all the way up here. That's fine. We took our money. Now, guys, look, it's just hugging this bullish zone. Not a lot of catalyst to get it moving up there. We have a few fundamental things coming out on these pairs that we should watch. But I like if we get another stretch down to possibly the backside of this bullish zone, that S2, I'm going to be a buyer. But right now I'm going to kind of wait where price is sitting. If we touch that S2, I like it back to the pivot next week. But that's what I'm going to be looking for. Euro British pound. So this thing has just been stalled out in this make or break zone for a while. Couple bumps up. But look, guys, here's a great example. Price shot past R2, came back and hit R2, now has shot back up. You can see we had that call out arrow on Sunday to go bullish this pair this week. But now we have a little bit of divergence. So, this pair might just be a good buy where it's at for this continuation. I'm going to look for some sort of double top and maybe trade back to this R2 before next week. But right now, we have a pretty good resistance area zone right here. Bearish. There we go. On our daily, we have it way up there. It's probably a little aggressive, guys. I kind of like that area. All right. So, got divergence in a pretty good resistance zone here. So, I'm not going to jump into any problems on that pair. Euro JPY. Come on, man. Come on, man. Euro JPY saw the same thing with the JPY getting stronger yesterday. Not a lot of recovery. But guys, look, it shot past 200 EMA, past the pivot, came back to the pivot, and now we're just going to kind of patiently wait to see what we get. We got a lot of room between the S2 and R2, so lots of volatility in this pair. One could make the argument that there's no argument about it. You have a head and shoulders. Okay? Let's draw that out for some of you that may not know what I'm talking about. Okay. Boom. Left shoulder. Head. Right shoulder. Okay. There we go. So head and shoulders, break of the neckline. Now you have the pullback. Guys, if I were going to measure this pullback, my guess is we are going to have a really good selling opportunity if we pull back to here, possibly as high as the 618. However, that will kind of, I think you're going to test this neckline, maybe a couple spikes up, but that is what I would look for on this pair. If it pulls up there, you got lots of downside for this pair, guys. Lots of downside. Here's the calculated S2. Way down here. So this is a pair to keep your eyes on. All the signs are there of reversing this whole bullish move off this head and shoulders pattern. Great one to watch, especially with the equities markets having such struggle today in the U.S. equities. JPY typically gets stronger when the U.S. equities market's suffering. Just note, guys. Euro NZD. All right, another great call out, right? Pull in our bullish zone, hits the pivot and just keeps on going, guys. Just keeps on going. So if you jumped into that trade, man, you had a great trade today. Euro US dollar. I've been patient with this pair. I'm looking for a push all the way up to here. Let's just get rid of that now. Yes, go away. I'm really looking for a spike down. Looks like we double topped right above the pivot. If we get a push down into our bullish zone here, I'm going to be a buyer. But right now, I don't need to do anything. I'm just going to let price do what it wants to do for now. Euro CAD, another great call out. We broke the 200 EMA. It retested. Decent call out. Really good risk reward, but now it's kind of stalled out near its pivot. So took our profit on that one. GBP AUD. All right. So this was another trade of the week I called out. And guys, I'm not going to take credit because what we played off was a breakthrough, a retest. So we entered short. And as you can see, guys, it was a profitable trade. Quite a bit profitable trade. 88 pips. However, when we got some of these spikes to the backside and we took some drawdown on some fundamental trash, I sent out to followers on my free Telegram when it came back to break even. I was like, look, I got out of this trade break even. Almost the second I got in it, it went way against me, which normally I weather, but I started to see fundamentally it may make a run to this pivot up here, and I don't want to be in this with such a good week that we're having. So when it came back to break even, I closed it. Missed opportunity, guys. Good 80 pips. However, what are you going to do? You can't win them all. British pound, Canadian dollar. So I was looking to get a lot more production out of this trade. It really wasn't bad. Came down to our bullish, got this huge push up into our make it break it zone. It did not get to the pivot. So it's just been kind of dwindling down. But now it's looking like a good setup again for a buy if you get a push into here. British pound, Swiss franc. All right. Another good opportunity, guys. You blew through S2, came back to S2. Now it made another drop. Now let's see what good old Fibonacci tells us. Fibonacci retracement. Well, we're sitting almost to the halfway point. So I would say if we get a little bit more up to one of these ratio lines, you're going to see all that the bears kick in bigger positions. Man, look at how much downside we have. This is another this was another trade, guys, that I got stuck in weeks ago. I've been patient through all this drawdown. We finally got that break. By the way, this red level up here is a 618 retracement off of this. See right here? So this would have been the best time to plant a sell trade and ride this puppy. Let's just measure that. So 618 position trade, right? Where are we sitting right now? 300 or 293 pips so far. You only had to wait a week. Not a bad trade. All right, British pound, JPY. Uh-oh, we're sitting right into our bullish zone right now. So would have been an awesome time to buy. Obviously, really easy to see. This pivot is an obvious target. I don't think it's a bad buy even now. If you waited for even a smaller time frame for a pullback to get in there. British pound NZD. We never quite got to S2 or our bullish zone. But man, we got that fundamental kick jump against the NZD today. But it looks like price is stalling out. Now, if it gets to this trend line, we might have a play, another sell play, if we get a push up to this trend line. So that will be an area I want to watch. We get a move up there. British pound, USD in our make or break zone. We hadn't quite break it yet. We did break this trend line and we retested it right there. It's kind of a sloppy trend line right here. We have a missed pivot. So we could see a pop up to that missed pivot next week. NZD CAD, man, what an amazing call out on this trade. So it double topped, took this trade yesterday. Guys, I'm going to admit I closed it way too early. Guys, I think I closed it on a pullback. It dipped all the way down. It pulled back up. I closed it. Could have got a little bit more out of it, but I should have at least waited to the S2. However, money's money. I'm not going to sit here and complain, but perfect setup. Double top, basically staring at you in the face. Then you had guys like me going, double top, sell it. And hopefully you did. And you guys, look at this trade. It's amazing trade. Perfect entry. Let's just say you exited correctly. 119 pips. Take that all day long. NZD CHF. All right. Looks like we're still riding a pretty decent this trend line. You could call that a break. I'm not calling it too tough. I'm going to wait to see what happens in our make or break zone down here. I'm actually kind of wanting to see a jump up. I mean, this double top, perfect scenario, just like NZD CAD was. Sell. So I'm kind of looking at price. What's it going to do between these two levels? I'm going to be more of a buyer, but I am going to wait to see. Because if we truly did break this trend line, we'll come down, we might retest it, and then we'll get that drop all the way down. NZD JPY. I'm going to clean up my charts too. Spend a little bit of time. I got a lot of mess on here. You can see this pair double topped. Perfect drop. We're in a decent pullback scenario right now. If we wanted to get crazy with the cheese whiz, we're not quite to the 618 So if I had to make a prediction right there, and then I would love to see that move. So people are taking their profits right now that were short, and you're not going to see any more sell pressure till up here. So if you're stuck in this trade, don't close it until you see what happens here. NZD, USD, same thing. It's bearish. Looks like we have a trend line on a larger time frame that it bounced. So let's see what happens at the 618. Great call out this week though. Double top, a larger time frame double top in our bearish zone. Whammo. Of course, guys, if you were shorting the NZD this week, you're a winner. If you were going long the NZD this week, you're a loser. So we did not, this is from Sunday, we did not get a push back down, so we never took buy. What's this Fibonacci of? So now, guys, I want to see what's going to happen in this make or break zone. We have a pretty big bearish zone up here. Yeah. I'm actually more, let's just get rid of that. I like that. So if we get we more likely will get a drop. But I'd like to see if we get a move up to that R2. Be a great place to sell from. NZD CHF. Okay. We didn't quite get up there, but we did have Knoxville divergence. Man, look at this double top call out over here. Great production off it, all the way down to that support line. Man, it'd be nice if we could get that again. Right now, this pair, so far between my areas that it's not even worth getting in trouble for, guys. All right, so here's a call out from yesterday, and I'm a little mad at myself because I'll just walk through it. So I shorted this pair. After this, I shorted it. I probably did. I think I got into it right here where this arrow is, because I made this call out yesterday. It's going to come down here. It's going to get to the 618, and then we're going to get a pop up off of it. Okay? So I shorted this. I closed it too early. I think I closed it at the 200 EMA. Then I was waiting to get long here, and I know shoulda, coulda, woulda, whatever. But if you go back to my videos on my trading view, you'll see told all my followers to take it, but I didn't take it. But perfect scenario, guys. Trend line break, price back to the 618 now, and let me show you guys that 618 right between the halfway and the 618 on the trend line. Pop. So it looks like the buyers have kind of petered out a little bit, and it's slowly going to get there. But we will see. We will see. It's just hugging that 200 EMA now. All right, guys. That was your midweek review. If you want to get interested, or if you're interested in getting involved in Forex, you're watching this video, you're not a trader, you found me through my podcast, The Day Trading Plumber, or just messing around here on YouTube, go on over to AllenFX, fill out the form. I am this close to having some really good trading videos from beginner to all the way up to masterclass done here in June. And I'm so excited about it. So if you guys just heard about Forex yesterday, or you've been trading decades, there's something for you there. If you like my style, you like how I present it, with no flex, no bullshit, no, whatever it is I say. Like I said, go over there, get in the community, get in my free Telegram channel. Jump into my paid one if you want to see all these trades taken by myself. Like I said, guys, we're having a great trading week. Doesn't always work out that way, but being up over 18% in under 5 weeks in a month, not a lot of people can say they do that. And if you're watching anyone else on trading, are they willing to show you their live account and give you their MyFX book links? If they are, you're talking to the right guy. If they aren't, they have excuses. Maybe you should find someone who's willing to trade with you, not just sell you signals that you're not sure they're taking. All right, guys, have a great rest of the week. Let's go make some more money together. But be very, very picky. If you're up 5% for the week, you get picky. But I'll be sending out some trade ideas here right after this video. All right, guys, have a great week.